Hello everyone and welcome back to Late Night Gaming. I've been unable to record for a while. Went on vacation, had some colds, had really bad sinuses, couldn't sound, my voice was all messed up. I'm still recovering a bit, but we're okay now. So we're gonna get back into our Colossus campaign of Mutant Genesis. We have Piotr Rasputin, aka Colossus of the X-Men. He is running his Justice Colossus Recruits Jessica Jones deck. And we are going to be getting into the scenario number 4. If you recall, the last scenario, he was up against Master Mold, and in that one he did get damaged for the first time. So we will be starting this next scenario 4 damage on the character. So without further ado, let's see what happened after the last bit. I didn't go over any of the victory stuff, but did put it in notes. Some of you are probably wondering, watching my videos, you don't see really much editing going on. That's intentional. I don't really have the time for editing. I'm not very good at editing. So pretty much everything that you see is exactly how you would see it if you were watching a live stream with me. And that's just how I do it. Alright, so here I've been keeping track of this campaign. So in scenario 3, we did defeat the Find the Prisoner's side scheme. The future past cards that have been defeated are Nimrod and Bastion's Machinations. Future past cards still in play. It was still in the deck at the end of that scenario was Nano Sentinel Tech. We have used Swagger, Brazen Defense, and Coup de Grace for our special upgrades, campaign upgrades. And we also still had Jubilee in play. We did not leave play. We had no allies in the Find the Prisoners or Rescue Captives. So that was good. And like I said, our remaining hit points, he's at 10 out of 14. Gierek is getting away. Oh no you don't, you're not leaving till you shut this thing down. Never mind that. I'm taking Master Mold with me to Asteroid M. That wasn't the deal, Mags. It was always my plan, child, and you served your part admirably. Iceman, Storm, hit him! Farewell, X-Men. I'm afraid we're both needed elsewhere. So Magneto has taken Master Mold to Asteroid M. Meanwhile, at the X-Mansion, I don't know who these characters are. Hey Megan, wait up. Hurry Vic, I'm late for class. Knock knock. School's out, suckers. The mansion is under attack. To me, my X-Men. So, scenario number 4, mansion attack. The combined powers of Magneto and the X-Men proved too much for Master Mold and his army of Sentinels to withstand, and the mutants triumph over the machines. But instead of destroying the Sentinel factory as agreed, Magneto used his power of magnetism to lift Master Mold out of his subterranean facility and fly it to his orbital fortress, Asteroid M. The X-Men try to prevent Magneto from escaping, but they are summoned back to the X-Mansion by a telepathic distress call from Professor X. The Xavier Institute is under attack. Magneto has ordered his Brotherhood to assault the school in order to draw off his pursuers and buy him time to reprogram Master Mold. The X-Men give up their pursuit and race back to the X-Mansion to confront the Brotherhood of Mutants. So we have the villain deck: Avalanche, Blob, Pyro, and Toad. We have those guys here. We have the main scheme: Brotherhood strikes and attack on Xavier's ×4. So we have those here. Brotherhood strikes, attack on Xavier's. These are all exactly the same. It's pretty interesting. So we'll see what happens with this. If you don't know, I'm doing this blind. I have not played these scenarios. All of this is my first try at all of them. So it's a standard campaign. Standard difficulty expert campaign, which means that I'm recording points at the end of each scenario. So the main scheme, we've gone that. Encounter deck is the Mansion Attack. Here, Brotherhood encounter set, Standard encounter set, and Mystique encounter set. So this scenario has multiple villains. Mansion Attack has 4 different villains: Avalanche, Blob, Pyro, and Toad. Only one villain will be in play at a time, but the order is randomized, so players never know who will appear next. In order to win the scenario, the players must defeat a certain number of villains. That number is determined by the chosen difficulty as listed below. We are in standard mode, so we'll have to defeat 2 villains to win. Brotherhood Strikes instructs players to put the Save the School environment card into play during setup. Save the School tells the players what to do after the villain is defeated. Okay. Save the School environment. That's here. Variable main schemes. In addition to 4 different villains, Mansion Attack also confronts the players with 4 different versions of main scheme 2B. Okay. So we have the atrium, the cafeteria, the basketball court, and the courtyard. These 4 main schemes represent the different parts of the Xavier Institute under attack by the Brotherhood. They are shuffled together during setup so that the players never know where the villains will strike next. If the villains complete 2 versions of Scheme 2B, the players lose the game. Okay. To prevent players from deducing the order of the 4 main Scheme 2A-B versions within the main scheme deck, each side 2A of the main scheme is identical to one another. This includes the collector information, with each side 2A assigned the range. That information is unimportant. Okay, so before we get into the campaign setup, we go into just the regular setup. Start with the villain is in play. We set their hit points. So let's see. Setup. Put the Save the School environment into play. Here, Save the School is in play. I'll set that here underneath Avalanche. And this has a force response. After the villain is defeated, if there are X villains in the victory display, the players win the game. That's 2. Otherwise, deal each player an encounter card and reveal the next villain. Okay, so each time you defeat the villain, you're going to get an encounter card and reveal the next one. If a minion with the same title as the new villain is engaged with the player, discard that minion, and the villain activates against that player. Okay. That'll be fun. Shuffle all copies of main scheme 2A and stack them on scheme. Okay. So we shuffle these. Main scheme 2A. There's 4 of them. I don't know what the order was to begin with, so they were kind of already randomized. Pretty neat. I like the scenarios in this campaign because they are all very different from the scenarios that I've played before. Like the the first one was Sabretooth, and in that one you are trying to rescue somebody. And no other scenario has ever had you try to rescue somebody. The second scenario was the mall attack, with the Sentinels attacking the mall and capturing the mutants that were there, specifically going after Jubilee in the process. And it was sort of like the Collector from the Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's different in its own way because you could use your allies and use up their ability and have them get knocked out through the use of their consequential damage, and they wouldn't get captured that way. But if they were defeated by a villain, by, say, you blocked an attack and the ally got captured or defeated, then they would be captured and put under that side scheme, and then you would lose if you had so many cards there. So it's a very different way of playing that I felt wasn't like I was getting just a smackdown the whole time. It was fun and I enjoyed it. And then the last scenario we did was Master Mold, and that was again, you're facing off against this big Sentinel, and all of his Sentinel minions are coming out, and they have guard, and you have to defeat them before you can get to him. Each one comes out, they automatically have guard regardless. It was a very, very interesting way of doing everything. And now this one, we have to, protect the school and defeat these villains as they're attacking. And it's again a whole different take on things. Like, okay, this is a multiple villain scenario. We've seen these before, but it's different in the way that it's doing it. All right, there's going to be different areas that you're fighting in, and you don't know what villain you're going to be fighting next, and it's unique in its own way. Alright, so now we have, alright, those are all stacked, and then we have to shuffle the villains together without looking, create the villain deck, and the top card of this deck is in play. Alright, there's 4 villains. We're going to not look and shuffle these guys, just like this. And I am not looking, just so you know. They're kind of sideways. I can't even make out what they say. I can't even really see the pictures. Interesting way of doing this. Okay, so I'm going to stop in 3, 2, and 1. We have Pyro. And who knows what's next? Top deck is in play. It's Pyro. So I'm not going to track on the table the threat and the hit points because I want to actually show you guys threat and hit points, because I've been very bad about keeping these things. So, Pyro. Pyro has 14 hit points. There we go. Now you'll be able to see. So the black on red is the hit points, the black on yellow is the threat. Okay, finally we have the top card is in play. We're going to flip this card over. And unveil the player face down counter card. Okay, so now we're going to shuffle these together to create the encounter deck. We've done all the rest of the setup stuff. Pyro has toughness, so we have to give him a tough. So he is now in play. Here's his tough. Forced response. After Pyro attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Take 1 indirect damage for each printed resource icon discarded this way. Ooh. I don't like it. this is one of those points where like you is like, what is you in this case? So you is always your identity. It's ever able to be interpreted as your identity, then it is your identity. And that's how I'm going to play it. After Pyro attacks you, your identity. So after Pyro attacks Colossus, you discard the top 2 cards of your deck. So if an ally blocks, then it's no longer attacking Colossus, and he doesn't have to do the indirect damage. That's my take on it. If I'm wrong, please go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know, because that's how I'm going to play it, and I would like to know if I'm wrong, so that if and when I come back to this scenario to play it with another hero or with other players, I can know that how it's supposed to work versus how I play it, and then I can do it the right way. Okay, I think this is shuffled enough. That was a lot of time shuffling. The encounter deck here. Okay, that's done. All right. Deal each player a face down encounter card. So we're doing the Brotherhood. Each player face down encounter card. So there we go. Now we shuffle in the obligation. We have done the villain and the scheme setups and the one revealed effects. We've gotten that face down encounter card. Everything is set out. Now we do the final shuffle of the encounter deck. Or the main setup. There we go. Now we're going to go on to the hero setup. Oops. Card. There. Shuffle the deck. This is the player deck. Shuffle this up. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying how Colossus is so hard to play solo. It requires a lot of setup, and if you don't get his Iron Will out, then it's severely lacking. I can see where you're coming from saying those things. I understand it. But honestly, I've had games, and you've seen them, where Iron Will didn't come out, and I wasn't drawing a card with each tough getting discarded for a while, and I still pulled out of those games without taking any damage. So it's not a detriment. It's a boon for sure. Having that, but it's I don't know. It's just different play styles, really. Different ways of playing. Like the way I play allies, I don't like using allies to take all the damage, take all the hits, and keep my hero alive, that kind of thing. I'll do that in last case. But for the most part, I want my allies to stick around. which is why I have cards in my deck that heal the allies and keep them going, keeps them on the playing field. I've always wanted to play allies that way, and it wasn't until this latest wave came out with the X-Men and Cyclops and the leadership style that it has. It wasn't until these cards came out that that became a thing that you could actually play it as. That you could actually keep your allies healthy and in the game versus constantly using them and then just blocking and losing them and continuing on. I feel like they improved upon the leadership game in a way that makes it more fun for people like me who want to treat our allies like allies and not like fodder. Alright, so we draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really awesome. Okay. We have Jessica Jones. That's great. I want Jessica Jones. We have Bulletproof Protector. That's going to give us 2 toughs or get us a ready. We have an energy to be able to play a Jessica Jones. We have an armor up, which is going to help us play out Jessica Jones, basically. One way or another is going to get us 3 more cards, which in case we could probably be able to play blindfold out too. Who knows what those 3 cards are going to be. Alright, set up. Search your deck for a copy of Organic Steel and add it to your hand. Okay, Organic Steel's coming. There we go. That's in the hand. Shuffle again. That's the hand. It's a good hand. I like it. Has a lot of the key cards I want. And other cards to get more cards. So I think he's going to have a really good turn 1. Who knows how the rest of the game's going to play out. We'll see. We are going to recover 4 first thing, because we kind of have to. Alright. So that was setup. Setup is complete. We're going to go into campaign setup now. Shuffle each future past card recorded in the campaign log into the encounter deck. Right. So we have Nano Sentinel Tech getting added to the encounter deck. If Jubilee is in the campaign log, put her into play. She is. We'll put Jubilee into play right after I shuffle these. So right off the bat, we get Jubilee out. We have we're going to have double toughs, we're going to have full health, we're going to have Jessica Jones out. I mean, I think we're going to be doing pretty good. We just got to take care of Pyro. Relatively quickly. Because we don't want Pyro to stick around just burning the place up. Right? That doesn't sound like fun. Where's Jubilee? There she is. Jubilee is in play. First player controls Jubilee. She does not count against your ally limit. Okay. Each captive ally recorded in the campaign log may be shuffled into any player's deck. Who are our allies? Let's see. Boom Boom and Wolfsbane. There's Wolfsbane, there's Boom Boom. I am going to add them to my deck, because Wolfsbane attacks gain piercing, and Boom Boom you attack and then a bomb goes off and does another 2 damage. I mean, worth having in the deck. Alright, if Find the Prisoners is checked in the campaign log, each player takes 1 random upgrade from their roll set of cards and puts it into play under their control, and each player may roll build to modify their deck. Okay. So, we've used those 3. We have 2 cards left in our stack. roll is going to be Warcry. Generate 2 wild resources for an attack or defense event. Gain a tough status card. Remove this card from the game and the campaign pool. Awesome. So that's going to give him back a tough. It's going to give us resources. Okay, I like it. This is good stuff. And then we get to this roll building. Okay, I have Hard Knocks and Powerful Punch and Attack Training. These are the choices I have. Okay, I do want to put in an Attack Training, so that's going to go in. Then we have Powerful Punch or Hard Knocks. Now, Hard Knocks is an attack and deal 4 damage, and if the enemy is defeated, you get a tough status. Powerful Punch is an attack defense, so when an enemy initiates attack, deal them 4 damage. And then you're defending without casting. Which, it costs less to deal the 4 damage. Hard Knocks costs more to deal 4 damage, but Hard Knocks is going to give it a tough. Whereas this is only going to deal 4. So it's 2 for 4 or 3 for 4 and a tough. I think I'm going to go Hard Knocks this time. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Hard Knocks and Attack Training into the deck. There's roll building. Okay. Reveal the surprise attack side scheme. Surprise attack. Shuffle the top card of the Future Past deck into the encounter deck. The player defeated this scheme flips this card and puts 3 active defenses into their play area. Okay, so that's the when defeated effect. Comes out with 3 threat on it. And it also has the icon to get an extra encounter card during the encounter card phase. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I paused it for a second. I had to blow my nose. Crazy stuff, you know. All right. So we're now ready to start this game. We've got Jubilee. We've got Warcry. This stuff out. Okay. So let's see. What are we gonna do? I'm not gonna need the armor up. I'm gonna use that. Yeah. Use the energy and an armor up. Play out Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones has Port of 2. Oh, advance to the next. Okay, I never advanced to the next card in the main scheme. We don't even know where we are yet. That's in the victory display. Our next scheme. So, where we're fighting, the atrium. Each character gains steady. Okay. So it takes 2 stuns and confuse in order to stun and confuse. Atrium enters play with 1 per here. Go. Yes, doing good already. Alright, so Jessica Jones can thwart for 2 right now for that side screen being out. That's good. Arrow has a tough and a forced response. Alright, we're going to flip to hero form. That's going to get us a tough. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to exhaust to recover 4, putting us at full health. Then flip and gain a tough. Yep. Then we're going to one way or another. And so we search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal that side scheme. And then draw 3 cards. Let's see. Protect the students. When defeated, the player defeated searches their deck and discard for an ally and adds it to their hand. Okay. Protect the students is out. That's the one we're going to do. It has 4 threat. That puts Jessica Jones at +2 thwart, so she's at 3 thwart. Card deck shuffled again. 4 threat on that scheme. And we're going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We've got a chance encounter. When attached side scheme is defeated, search your deck for an ally and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. It's very interesting. We've got another one way or another. I've already got Jessica Jones out. Already got blindfold here. Ready to play. So I think I'm going to use Bulletproof Protector. I'm going to discard a tough status card. Give your hero 2 tough status cards. There we go. It's double tough. There's that. I'm going to keep chance encounter. Can't use one way or another this time, but I'd like to use it next. Hard choices here. I think the thing to do is use Made of Rage and Chance Encounter without an Organic Steel. Two steel counters on it. After a tough status card is discarded, exhaust this card. Give tough status card. Alright. We have blindfold in one way or another. That means that we have another 3 cards coming next round. Great. Colossus is exhausted. He has 2 tough status cards. I don't know what's under that surprise attack. I don't have a lightning resource for Jubilee. So I think what I'm going to do going to thwart 3. Protect the students. That way, that's ready. That is a crisis, so you can't thwart the main scheme while that's out. She takes consequential damage. And Jubilee is going to hit this tough off of Pyro. She'll take consequential damage for that. It's like the only time I'm ever going to use Jubilee for anything like that. Alright, that's everything. Colossus draws up to hand size of 4, so 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Perfect. This is great. Yep, I like it. I like it. We're ready. We're ready to go. Get this show on the road already. Okay. Ready, all exhausted. So you always draw and then ready. Readying is the final step of the hero phase. Okay? After you do everything you're going to do, after each player does everything they're going to do, then they draw up to their hand size at the same time, and then ready. Everything readies. That's the final thing you do, and we move on to the villain phase. And in the villain phase, we have add 1 to the main scheme. Yeah, we're at 2 of 7. And Pyro is going to attack. His attack is 0. After Pyro attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Take 1 indirect damage. Printed resource. Okay, so Pyro is attacking. And we're going to discard the top 2 cards of our deck. That's what's going to happen. Alright, Pyro, bring it. Ooh, a 3. He's going to hit us with 3. Right. Here's that. Lose a tough. Lost organic steel. Gain a tough. And then top 2 cards of your deck. And that's going to be 2 indirect damage. We lost Wolfsbane in attack training. How about that? Alright, 2 indirect damage. 1 on Jessica. 1 on Jubilee. Okay, plan. That saves us a tough. We get an encounter card. We get an additional encounter card. Look at that, 3 encounter cards on turn 1. Ugh. Alright, we have immovable. When revealed, Blob activates against you. If he's not in play, search the encounter deck for Blob, the minion, and heal him. Alright. We're getting a Blob. Blob is coming into play. It's discarded. Blob is now in play. He has guard, so we have to defeat Blob. Homo Superior. Attached to a minion, give it a tough status card. Otherwise discard. Oh! Now Blob has 11 hit points and is tough. How about that? He's an 11 hit point tough guard. And finally, Shadows of the Past. This is going to be a very quick game. I don't think we're going to make it through this one. And that's okay. this is a very, very harsh first round. We have an 11 hit point tough minion with guard, so we can't attack Pyro. We have Shadows of the Past coming out. Because why not? Okay. So, Shadows of the Past. Start, you reveal your nemesis minion, who is stalwart and toughness. Stalwart means he cannot be stunned or confused. He has tough. Okay, there's that. Then you reveal a side scheme. It is 2. Okay. When revealed, discard each tough status card from each friendly character. Oh! There goes Colossus' stuff. How awful. Place 2 threat here for each tough status card. Discard. That's at 4. And then we shuffle in these 3 cards into the encounter deck. That's Shadows of the Past. When revealed, effects. Ugh. 8 hit point, stalwart toughness, 4 attack, juggernaut. 11 hit point, 2 attack, blob, tough. And Colossus. No tough. He doesn't get to have tough. Past is done. There. Okay. Let's get to the fun stuff. Maybe. Okay. Honorary X-Men. On to Jessica Jones. She now has +1 hit point. She now has 4 hit points. 2 attack, 1 thwart. Okay. Going to one way or another. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Put it in play. Reveal it. It's revealed, not put into play. It's revealed. It's a distinction that needs to be mentioned. Okay, let's see. See if we can find a good one. Because so far it's not been good. Each Brotherhood minion gains quick strike. No. Well, thank you. Another protect the students. Metamorphic Mayhem. I haven't discarded any of those. Under Siege. No. Yeah. Kinda looks like Metamorphic Mayhem is the one. But with 3 on it. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I could discard a tough status card. Well, it doesn't really do us much good right now. She has 3 on there. Alright, Jessica, which one are we taking down? I think what we're going to do, we're going to thwart one off of protect the students. So that one gets discarded. Which is their deck and discard pile for an ally, and that should be Wolf's Bane. And then I use Bulletproof Protector and up here to Studio. Made of Rage and Blindfold. Well. That's what we're doing. Alright. So he's got Scheme of 2. We have 2 threat on the main, 2 of 7. He gets steady. 3 main schemes are in the victory display. You lose the game. I think that's fine. That's okay. Alright, Jessica. Out surprise attack. What you're gonna shuffle the top card of the Future Past deck. It's these. That's the Future Past deck. Shuffling it up. We only have 2 cards left. Top card getting shuffled into the encounter deck. So there are now 2 Future Past cards in the encounter deck. This deck gets shuffled a lot. I don't know if you've noticed that. Very a lot. Very often. Like how I keep saying a different way a lot. Reactive defenses. Spend 1 of each resource. Deal 5 damage to each enemy in play. Remove this card from the game. Oh, okay. I don't have 1 of each resource, but that would be handy. Once we take these toughs off. And Jessica, you have a consequential damage to take. You're at 3 of 4. Colossus, you're going to alter ego. After you change this form, shuffle a Colossus card from your discard pile. What Colossus card are we going to put? Armor Up, Made of Rage, Bulletproof Protectors. 2 made of rages, 2 bulletproof, 1 armor. I feel like there's 3 made of rages, but there's only 2 bulletproof rages, so that's going to pull in. That needs to get it. That's going to be it. We're going to draw. Up to 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Nice. Video card. Very good. All right. Yeah. 3 of 7. And I was going to scheme. Scheme is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 7. Then Bob is going to scheme for 1. 7 is. What's our next scheme? This is now in the victory display. Once there's 3, then we lose. Flip this card. Cafeteria. Each character gains retaliate 1. That also has 7. Just play with 1. It's not been a good start. I mean, we have a lot of cards out, but we're not doing anything. We have 2 really tough minions out. We have no damage on Pyro. We've flipped a main scheme. And I think this is what? Second turn or the third turn? Nope, this is the second turn because that's Juggernaut just came out. We haven't. This is the first activation of him, so yeah. Okay, and Juggernaut schemes for 1. There's that. And now our encounter card is... Oh, Bob would scheme. Because we had 2 boosts. It was 2, 3, 4, 5 on that first one, so there should be 3 of 7 on this scheme. Our encounter card is Hopping Mad. Toad activates against you. He's not in play. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Toad. And reveal him. Of course. Toad is now revealed. He has 2 attack, 3 health. Discard 1 random card from your hand after he attacks and damages a character you control. So that's any character I control. That's the identity, allies, doesn't matter. Anytime that he deals damage, it's going to cause a random card to get discarded from my hand. Don't like Toad, need to get rid of Toad. Need to get rid of Pyro, and whoever else is next. Supposed to defeat 2 of them. So, now it's hero phase, after that horrible, horrible display of sanity. Alright, we're going to exhaust Richter's Studio, because that's going to discard cards from your deck until you discard a Colossus card. 1, armor up. There we go. Very nice. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. He's not going to scheme. We're not. Do Honorary X-Men and Swift Retribution. Play out an X-Mansion. Deal 1 damage from a mutant or X-Men. Guess who that is? Jessica Jones. She's now at 204. She has 1, 2, 3. It's work for 3. Yep. She is going to thwart 3 off the main scheme. Consequential for that. Okay. We'll go to hero form. Going to get us a tough. Going to bulletproof protector. Discard a tough status card from your hero. That's going to trigger Iron Will. Draw us a card. Good things are happening. And then we gain 2 tough status cards. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to, one way or another, see what other terrible side scheme we can pull out of this deck. Good lord. They're both horrible. Alright, we'll do Under Siege. Under Siege comes in with 4 on it. Place 3 threat on the scheme. Oh, for each 3 threat for each Brotherhood of Mutants character in play. That was a bad call. That one's not called. Different one. We'll do protect the students. It's a crisis. That's okay. We'll be fine. Hinder 2 comes in with 4. Okay. That's going to get us 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we have some pretty good things going. Power of Justice, double the number of creates. I think we need to get Wolfsbane out. We're going to use an armor up and a power of justice to get Wolfsbane out. Then we're going to attack with Wolfsbane. 2 damage. Guard. 11 hit point Juggernaut. So he has piercing, so it's going to deal 2 damage and get rid of its tough. I'm going to use Banshee to put out a mission training on Jessica Jones. She now has 2 additional hit points. Where do I put that on? Jubilee. Put it on Jessica Jones. She has 2 thwart, 6 hit points. I have a thwarting Voltron. I don't do an attacking Voltron. So an attack for 2. It's 4 out of. We could spend a lightning, exhaust Jubilee for 2. 6. He only has 5 more to go. And it's that. So we're going to drop 4. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Steel Fists. Very nice. We have a chance encounter. Okay. Steel Fists. They all exhausted. Ready. This seems like it's going to be a pretty long one. Apologize if I'm not super fast at this game. You know, hey, there we go. Sometimes it's just how it goes, right? I feel like these reactive defenses should come in real handy. And also generate 2 resources for a steel fist. Take out the blob. Gain a tough. There's things. Things can happen. Okay. So 1 goes on the main. Wrong button. Toad's still at, Pyro's still at 14 hit points. Because we gotta get through Blob before we can get to him. Alright, Pyro is attacking. Is there anyone defending? No. Colossus says, I don't care. Bring it on, Pyro. It's 2 damage. Takes out Colossus. It's tough. Organic Steel activates. Brings tough back. Iron Will activates. Draws us a card. Overwatch. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Overwatch. Okay. Indirect damage. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. 1. There's 2 indirect damage. Oh, Wolfsbane. Never put the damage on you. Take the other indirect damage. Jessica Jones is at 4 of 6. Wolfsbane is at 2 of 3. Jubilee's at 2 of 3. Blob is attacking. He's attacking with 2. Not that one. It's just a deal 5 so I don't have to accept. Yep. We can block with Colossus. Takes no damage. Juggernaut attacks for 4. It's out for tough. Draws a card. Iron Will. And then Toad attacks. Takes off a tough. Deals no damage. So no forced response. Shadowcat. Look at that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 card hand. And our encounter card is... Oh yeah, it was boost icons, but didn't matter because it was a tough. Encounter card is Avalanche, because why not? Good lord. This is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Okay. It is now Colossus' turn. So we're going to play a skilled investigator. We're going to play an Overwatch. Rampaging Juggernaut. A chance encounter. Why not? Pull everything. We're going to use We're going to use Warcry. Generate 2 wild resources. For an attack or defense event, gain a tough status card. We're going to use it on Steel Fist, gain a tough. Steel Fist, deal 5 damage to an enemy. That'll give him Blob. Blob is now defeated. Blob. Leaving us with a tough Juggernaut, a Toad, an Avalanche. Jessica Jones is going to Thwart. Her Thwart is 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna Thwart 4 off of here. Going to trigger Overwatch. Going to Thwart 5 off of here. Going to trigger Chance Encounter. Deck and just file for an blindfold. Take blindfold. Okay. And then protect the students is player defeated this scheme, searches their deck and discard. Bye. I have any allies left in my deck? I do. I have a Boom Boom and a Marvel Girl. Ooh, Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl in this instance. Pull this up. Oh, their side scheme is defeated. So that, and draw a card. Yeah. Okay. Wolfsbane is going to attack, taking off this tough and dealing 2 damage. Wolfsbane is 2 consequential damage. See, the deck is super thin, so it's okay. To the madness. It's a hard decision. Oh, no, two. And muscles. And it's going to exhaust titanium muscles. Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl is going to attack Code, dealing him 1 damage. Take 2 off of that scheme. Of her ability. That's all cards. Alter Ego. Shuffle a Colossus card. Discard box. Two. Shadow Cat. Going to expansion. Deal a damage. That's going to be it. Yep, that's going to be it. Draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Cool. Ready, all exhausted. Ready. 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 And one on the main. 2 of 7. Have pyro. Scheming. Oh boy. 4. 7, 8. Alright. 2 and 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8. That one schemed out quick. We have 2 of 3. So now we're on the last place. And the last place is the court. And the courtyard is each character gets +1 attack. Fantastic. Starts with 1. It schemes 2, 3, 4. Five of 7. We have to take care of that quick. Alright. Now have our counter card to deal with. Counter card is Bastion. Bastion is our future past. He has toughness, he has villainous, he has victory 1. Jesus. Here we go. An elite sentinel with 10 hit points. Tough. Okay. Hero phase. Absolutely. Totally do that. Alright. Oops. Kill one off of Jessica Jones. We're going to Overwatch. Main scheme. To spend 2 on Boom Boom. Going to Piotr Studio. Discard cards from your deck until you discard a Colossus card. Now, if you have to continue. Right? That's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to continue. So I shuffle the deck. Mid-discard. I'm going to have to get in a counter card for this. Discard. Discard. And we get an organic steel. Change to Colossus. Colossus gains a tough. Going to spend 2 resources. Lay out an organic steel. We're going to use Jessica Jones. Going to exhaust. The thwart is 1, 2. He's thwarting 3 off to me. Overwatch triggers. Thwart that one up there. And more quick mayhem. Alright. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme shuffles each shapeshifter card from the encounter discard pile into their deck. Shapeshifter cards. There have been no shapeshifter cards revealed. Nothing happens from that. Exhaust. Skilled Investigator. Draw a card. Jones takes 1. Sequential. Let's see. Boom boom. Bastion. Has a bomb counter. Takes 1 consequential damage. And Marvel Girl there. Marvel Girl is going to hit Juggernaut for 1. That's gonna. Juggernaut's now at 5 hit points. And we're going to activate reactive defenses with our strength, mental, so physical, mental, and energy. That's going to trigger reactive defenses. Deal 5 damage to each enemy in play. Move this card from the. So, 5 damage here. Four, 5. 5 damage here. 5 damage here. 5 damage here. And 5 damage to Pyro. And 5. 2 more. 7. And I can hit him for 4. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. Very good. This is a good plan. I like it. Alright, draw 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. Nice. Chance encounter. Mission training. We have a Maid of Rage. We have a Strength. Okay. All good. Already all exhausted. Flare phase ends. Boom Boom's bomb counter goes off. Bastion is taken out. Alright. There's that. And Kanakardi. Pyro is going to activate. Put 1 on 2 of 7. Pyro is at 9, 14. He's attacking. Attack is after Pyro attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Source. Pyro is attacking. I never took a dip. Alright. Yep. That's what's happening. I think I'm going to actually do what I hate doing. Block with Marble Girl. And that's 2 damage. Marble Girl is defeated. And he didn't attack or damage me, so I don't discard. And counter card is, here we go. Immovable. Blob activates against you. If he's not in play, gotta find Blob again. Blob came back. Welcome back, Blob. Your guard. Ridiculousness. At least you're not strong this time. Toad activates. If he's not in play, find Toad. Oh, Toad's back here too. Defeated Toad a minute ago. 2 of the 5 or so minions that were out are back. Guess that's how things go. Okay. Oh, I never readied Colossus. Oops. Alright, here we go. Bob and his stinking gun. Oh, no. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Boom Boom is going to attack. 1 damage on Toad. Toad gets a bomb counter. Takes a consequential. We're going to use a chance encounter to put a mission training on Jubilee. Putting Jubilee's health at 5. 4 at 2. That's that. Okay. Going to attack with Colossus. Blob. He's a Maid of Rage. When you make a basic attack, discard a tough status card hero. You get +6 for that attack. That attack gains overkill. That triggers Iron Will. Draw a card. Gives us an energy. Which is fun. Okay. And then that also triggers Organic Steel. Give us a tough. Go. So he's now 10 damage, right? 2, 3. I counted him as 4 before, but he's 3. But that's okay. It's still, the guy was still defeated regardless. So 6 and 3 is 9. 6 takes him out, and 3 goes on Pyro. I'm going to use this energy on Jubilee. That's hold on to that because I only get 4 hand size. And that's going to deal 2 damage to an enemy, which is Pyro. Hold on to the strength. Jessica Jones is going to thwart the main scheme. At 2. So the thwart of 2. Main scheme. Takes 1 consequential at 4 of 5. Jubilee has to take 1. Oh no, she didn't attack. Ability. She doesn't take. Okay. Draw 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Blindfold. Play out Wolfsbane with strength. Good. This. Ready, all exhausted. Organic Steel. Boom, boom. Jessica Jones. Jubilee. Colossus. This triggers. Toad is gone. And villain phase begins. 1 on the main. Oh, +1 attack. Jesus. Okay. I gotta remember this +1 attack. Good lord. So, this guy is down 1. At 3. Okay. Pyro is attacking. Now, Boom Boom has this cool ability, but the problem is he can only do it twice, because the 3rd time he does it, he's lost to consequential damage, and then the bomb doesn't trigger because the card is no longer in play. At least that's how I use him. So what I think I'm going to do here is Boom Boom to block this attack. The attack is 2. Boom Boom is defeated. And counter card is Homo Superior. Attached to a minion. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. There's no minions, finally. Surge to assault the villain attacks you. Perfect. Why not? What? You want to hit me so bad? Fine. Do it. Takes off a tough. Discard the top two. Get indirect damage. Each did resource. It's 2 damage. We did trigger Iron Will. And two damage. Well, we could put both, actually. She's go up to 5. Jubilee. Everything's okay. He's at 4 or 5. Jessica Jones is up. Everyone's fine. Organic Steel can give us a tough back. And now hero phase. Play out Wolfsbane. Welcome, Wolfsbane. Glad you could join the party. Wolfsbane is going to attack. Attack is 3. That defeats Pyro. Finally. Pyro is defeated. Who's next? It's Blob. Blob comes in with 16. He has toughness. After Blob attacks, it damages a character's stun neck. It's not too terrible. Wolfsbane takes 1 conscious radical damage. Okay. So Colossus is going to punch. Takes off the tough. Then he is going to bulletproof protector. Move a tough. Triggering Iron Will, drawing a card. Readying him. And then Colossus is going to attack Blob. 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. Blob. Go. 4 damage on Blob. Blob almost came. Oh, deal each player an encounter card. Okay, there's our encounter card. Didn't forget it. Remembered at the last minute. Okay. We're going to go Alter Ego. Shuffle a Colossus card. Card pop. Still. Bit of rage. Vector back. It's a very long game. Almost 2 hours now. So see if we can take out Blob, because we do have pretty good setup going already. All right. So we did that and shuffled the Colossus card into the deck. Going to activate the studio. No, I'm not going to activate. That's silly. That's silliness. We're going to activate Mansion. Mansion is going to heal of 1. We're going to discard 2. Hold on to this armored up. Drop to 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right. There's a lot of resources. Ready? All exhausted? And 1 to the team. I hope you guys enjoy this thing on the side that's able to track everything, see it clearly. You can read the cards and stuff. I have to take the pictures of the cards myself because I can't find them on the internet. So the images may have some glare and stuff, but I do what I can. Okay, so Blob is attacking. Blob is activating, and we're going to armor up. When the villain activates, change to hero form. That's going to be, when you change to this form, you get a tough status card. Blob is now attacking. He's got 2, and 2 is 4. Takes off a tough. That draws us a card because of Iron. There's attack training, which is awesome. Yes. And then encounter card. Because Blob didn't damage character, so nobody got stunned. We have good stuff. I think we'll be able to defeat him. The villain attacks you. That's funny. The villain attacks you. Because why not? Alright, villain. I think... Yeah. Yep. I have Jessica Jones defend this one, even though I hate doing that kind of stuff. This is multiple times I've done it. So Jessica is defending. He does 2, 3. Villain is not Avalanche, it's Blob. Deals 3. Jessica Jones is defeated. But she did some awesome things this game. She held out for most of it. Alright. Groundswell. Avalanche activates. If he's not in play, then get Avalanche. Okay. Is Avalanche in the discard? I think he is. We faced off with him and rapidly got rid of him. We didn't like Avalanche. We wanted him gone. There he is. Avalanche. Yeah, he came out when we used the special thing. Alright, that's that. So, I'm going to Bulletproof Protector. Discard a tough status card. Give you here 2 tough status cards. 1. There's 2. That activated Iron Will, which draws 1 card. Okay. Use an honorary X-Men. Play an attack training on Wolfsbane. Making Wolfsbane have 5 health. Another +1 attack, so his attack is now 4 with piercing. So 12. The power of justice for swift retribution. The villain schemes. So the villain schemes. It's 1, 4. Whoa, that was close. Six of 7. Deal 4 damage to the villain. 4. Wrong way. At 8. Then going to have Wolfsbane attack. That's 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. Okay. Use Exhaust Titanium Muscles. Use Steel Fist. Deal 5 damage to Avalanche. I don't want these guys out. And then I'm going to attack with Colossus. His attack is 2, +1 is 3, +1 is 4. And that, my friends, is the end. Colossus has full health. Jubilee's still in play. And we defeated 2 villains, which was the goal. Yep. So, victory. If the surprise attack size scheme was defeated, recorded in the campaign log. It was. Remove each feature pass card in the victory display from the campaign. And that was Bastion. He's out. Add each feature pass card found, and that was the nanotech card. That's still, yeah, nano sentinel tech. That's still in play. That's still going to be in the deck. Remove each role upgrade. That was in play from the game. That was Warcry. We've used Warcry. And if Jubilee is it's in play, record that in the campaign log. She is. Record each entity's remaining hit points is 14. Let's go into the conclusion of that one is this stinks. That's Toad. You attacked our home. How did you think that would end? What do we do with our prisoners? That's a problem for later. Right now we have to stop Magneto from reactivating Master Mold. I've modified the Blackbird for low orbital flight. She'll take you to Asteroid M. This is it, everybody. On board. Yeehaw! Forge did us proud, eh, Remy? Je ne sais pas, chérie. This Cajun don't like space rides. There it is, X-Men. Prepare to board. And they're off to Asteroid M to face Magneto in scenario number 5. That will conclude tonight's game. Thank you for sticking around for 1 hour and 58 minutes. Please, if you enjoyed this content, like and subscribe. Any mistakes that I may have made, please leave it in the comments below, down there. And until next, thanks for joining me. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.